Alright. You all right? Yeah. Shalom. Yahweh Shabbat. To my brothers, to my sisters, Shalom. Yahweh Shemal, Son by Hashim Yahushai. I'm priest and officer Galawan, and this is the I.S.U.P.K. under Commandant General YAHANNA. Alright, right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so today we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. Right, and how Valentine's Day is a satanic holiday. Well, it has already straight, right?
Yeah,
Straight. Okay, no, sir. Alright. So we're going to talk about Valentine's Day, how is a satanic holiday. Basically, that's about it. The Lord said, don't celebrate no other holidays except the days that He said to celebrate. Alright, so celebrating Valentine's Day, which is coming up Monday the 14th, that's a satanic holiday. Alright? That have nothing to do with God, it has nothing to do with Christ, and it has nothing to do with the Bible.
Right.
You understand? Give Jeremiah 3 from verse 1 to 1.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife,
If a man put away his wife, meaning he leaves she. Go ahead.
and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
Right, so the Bible says if a man leave his wife and she go to the next man, shall the man who put she away, meaning leave she, go back onto her again, even though she left him and she with another man? Go ahead.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Yeah, so in other words, the Lord is calling that person a whore. He's calling whore pollution. Right? So a woman who have 10, 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different men, she's a whore, and that is pollution. That is what the Lord saying. Go ahead.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
Right. But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Right? You time on that? Go ahead.
Yet return again unto me, saith the Most High.
Right. So the Lord say now we play the harlot with many lovers. Right. So God is calling us whores too. That is what the Lord is calling us. He's calling us whores too. In that verse, they use the word whore.
Harlot.
Harlot, but not the word whore.
Nah.
Harlot. All right, no stress. So the Lord is calling us whores too. You understand? So He's calling us whores because we going around with these other religions. Right? Believing in all these other philosophies. You understand? The Arabs come with their God, we run to Allah. You know, the Chinese come with Buddha, we run to Buddha. You know, the East Indians come with Krishna and Mother Lakshmi, we run into them. You understand? So the Lord is calling us whores too because we're going with all these other religions. When the Lord said, nah, stop all that nonsense and just come back to Him, because He's the only true power on the face of the earth. You understand? So if you're going around with these other religions, it comes like if you're cheating on God. You understand? That is where it comes like. And if the pastors that then used to talk about this, then half the church members would leave. Because all of them is whores and homosexuals. And Valentine is a satanic holiday. Right? Just like the others. Amos 5 and 21.
Book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 21.
Yeah.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies.
Right? I hate and I despise your feast days. So the Lord saying all them feast days that we have and all them holidays, all them assemblies leaders have, right? All those holidays, right? The Lord say He hates it. And one of those holidays is Valentine's Day. The Lord, Valentine's Day not in the Bible. So why are you doing celebrating something that the Lord never said to celebrate? It is not in the Bible. You understand? So why it is you have to celebrate? You understand? The Lord says He hates it. He hates Christmas, He hates Valentine's, He hates Easter, Boxing Day, He hates all those days. You understand? That's what the Lord said. Right? Valentine's Day, it don't have nothing to do with black people, and that was just it was just something between two homosexuals in the Roman Empire. That's what it was. I think give me Timothy 2:11. I think that Timothy 2 was first.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
That is it.
Fine.
All right, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You know, so the women say that they want flower and roses, they want chocolates on Valentine's Day. Right? They want all those, they want to be treated nice on Valentine's Day, right? Which is some simple when you really think about it. Some that doesn't make sense. Because what woman trying to say only one day for the whole year, they want to be treated nice. But anyway, we read over the scripture again to our
Fine. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You know, your children, they don't respect the men and them anymore in the house. The children don't respect the fathers anymore. Because why? The mother stepped in. And you as the father, you're disciplining the child. Hey, don't do that. You're disciplining the child now. The mother go step in and say, no, what is they going to do that for? It's just a little child. You don't talk to him so rough. Don't talk to she so rough. Oh gosh, come now and pamping up the child. So now the child getting a pampering from the mother now. The child don't want to hear the father now. The child want to run to the mother. You understand? So the children in the household, they don't respect the fathers anymore because of the women. You understand? They stepped in. And then we want to say that they want chocolate and roses and things on Valentine's Day. You woman don't deserve those things on Valentine's Day. A woman should be treated, she should be told how evil and cruel she is on Valentine's Day. You understand? Look at how the black woman just treat the black man. And look at how they just raise up your children, They want to talk about they single parents. Woman saying, I a single parent, so I is the mother and the father. That's a woman like to say, I is the mother and the father. I provided. But then, all right, if you see the single parent, use the mother and father, well, then take responsibility for your child growing up to be, drug dealers, your daughter's growing up to sell she body all over the place. You then take responsibility for it. Because the reason why it is they are single parent in the first place is because you put the man out of the house. All right? You put him out of the house. Whether you chase him, in real person or subliminally you chase him. You understand? Because as I always say that I remember he general saying a man rather go on the streets and take drugs than to be in the house with a nagging wife. You understand? Every day she just nagging, just complaining about this and that. I mean, come on, man, you had to be complaining and nagging. So the man already frustrated by the oppressions of life. You understand? The government is oppressing the black man, the slavery oppressing the black man, everybody just oppressing it. Then when he comes home now to his wife who's supposed to nurture, take care, provide, You know, make him feel like a king. She are not putting pressure on him. He rather go on the street and take drugs. You understand? And that is what going on. So on Valentine's Day, a woman she don't really deserve chocolates and roses. She needs to be told how evil and cruel she is for treating her black man. And Valentine's Day is not a godly holiday anyway. Right? It's something evil and satanic, and we should not be celebrating it. I'm gonna give me Exodus 34 and 14. I think it is. Mhm. Mhm.
Can. The book of Exodus, chapter 34 and verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power.
Mhm. So the Most High, he's a jealous power. Right? The Most High, he's a jealous God. You understand? So we shouldn't be worshiping no other gods. He's the only God that it has on the face of him. And we should not be celebrating no other God because he's a jealous God. And because he's jealous, because we're going around pouring ourselves by worshiping Allah and worshiping Mother Lakshmi and Krishna and Buddha and Horus and Cyrus. You know, because we're going around pouring bodies and worshiping this religion, the Lord is getting jealous and he's going to punish us. That is what he's going to do. So we celebrating these holidays, you know, we celebrating these different gods, and you know, the Lord he feels enraged when we do those things. He feels enraged. So when we do that, you know, just like how we would be if we found out that our woman is sleeping around, that's how the Lord will feel. You know, if I find my woman sleeping around the place, I go feel enraged. You know, and that point in time when I'm enraged, you know what he could do. You understand? But the Lord, he feels the same way. You understand? He sees us sleeping around with these other religions. He feels enraged. So we shouldn't be celebrating these other holidays, and we shouldn't be worshiping these other gods. Because we'll just keep on being punished. Black people will keep on being at the bottom. You keep on hating each other, keep on fighting each other. You understand? Keep on saying, oh, the black people in the PNM going to be fighting the black people in the UNC. Black people in UNC fighting black people in PNM. That's how it will always be. We won't have no love for each other. Yes, so after
Yes, so like you said, making mention of that, just as you know, the first scripture that you bring out, the verse about Jeremiah 2 and verse 32, right? I think that's really right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yea, thou shalt go forth from him, and thine hands shall be upon thine head, and the Most High hath rejected thy confidences, and thou shalt not prosper in them. Like just before, you know, when you see that how you play hard, see that, you know, everything that you're doing, all you feel your confidence in, you ain't gonna prosper in. And just as you say, these holidays, these as you say, Valentine's, you have no prosperity, because prospering of fight.
Yeah.
He then prospering.
He is prospering of it, and we ain't prospering of it. You understand? Them making all the money, all the riches. You understand? Especially for Christmas. But Valentine's Day too. Because a whole week before Valentine's Day, you see all that dollies and flowers all over the place. And you know, one might say, hey, they're looking pretty well, looking nice, but buy that for me now. You understand? So yeah, they're making all the riches and you go. So we shouldn't be celebrating them things. Because by celebrating it and all them, the other heathens, they're getting rich. All right. You understand? So that was it in verse 2.
And Exodus, right?
Yeah, let me hear 15 or 15 say, no? Like 34 and 15. Or you know, could you look up Lupercilia on your phone? Lupercilia. Yeah, Lupercilia. See what I said. I think Lupercilia, she was the she-wolf that suckled Romulus and Remus. Lupercilia. Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. No, what do you say?
Lupercilia, right, was a pastoral festival of ancient Rome observed on February 14th to purify the city.
Right, to purify the city. So it's a festival in ancient Rome to purify the city. Lupercilia. Right, go ahead.
Promoting health and fertility.
Health and fertility. So fertility, well, basically is about sex. How Valentine's Day is about. Right, sexual deviance, fertility. Go ahead.
Lupercilia was also known as Dies Fabricius after the purification instrument called February, the basic for the month named Februarius. The festival was originally known as February purifications or pruning, after which Februarium, which was used on the day. It was known as the Februaritus and gave its name Luteus Epitel Uno Juno Februarius.
Yeah, that's about it.
History down there. And everything is going down. Going straight down here, you know, long history.
Yeah. I think she was the mother of the Romulus and Remus. Anybody know about Romulus and Remus? Anybody? What's that like there? Who's them and what is about Romulus and Remus? Yeah, go ahead.
It was the two founding brothers of Rome, Romulus, ended up becoming the father of Rome, and he killed the brother Remus.
Yeah. Is it anybody else want to add on? What you say?
Was grown up by a she-wolf.
Yeah, which was Lupercilia, yeah.
I guess after that dispute, Romulus killed him, and after Romulus killed him, I said he put him into
Anybody else? Want to add on, or that is it? What is? Well, You want to say something, sir?
Now that's
Oh,
on the same thing, the same Lupercilia next.
Well, yeah, that's basically what is what Sean Barrett said. Right? It was Romulus and Remus. There was twins. who there was Romulus and Remus. There was twins, and those twins was abandoned by the mother and the father, right? And a she will suckle them, right? Meaning the she will, she raised them up, and she breastfeed them and she raised them up, nurture them, right? And they became strong and mighty men when the she will suckle them, right? And they both began to be in charge of a merchant's village, right? That is where people would come in and sell their goods. Merchant village, people come and sell their goods, right? So Romulus and Remus, they was in charge of it. So now Romulus and Remus were there was rough, right? There was rough men, and they began to protect these merchants who used to come in and sell their goods, right? And in the merchant village, they grow and they grow, and they keep growing, until finally Remus wanted to kill Romulus. Right? Find that is just how it is. Remus, he wanted to kill Romulus, to take control of the village. Right? But Romulus, he was victorious, and Romulus ended up killing Remus, right? Which is his twin brother. And then he started a city named Rome. Right? That is what happened. He started a city named Rome. Right? And then Rome, after a while, became a republic. Right? And they created a holiday, right, to honor Lupercalia, who was the sea wolf who suckled them. Right? And later on, they linked the god of February and put in February, and that's how Valentine's Day is about. Right? As I just read with Lupercalia, it was celebrated on the 14th of February. The 14th of February is when Monday. Yeah. That is basically what it is about with Romulus and Remus. Right? Also, the whole custom of giving, I don't know what are the custom of giving something to somebody you love. I don't know where that come from, or giving, like when you go and buy a chocolate, it is be a heart shape. So, you give your lover a heart shape, something that is somebody who you love, a shape a heart for Valentine's Day. I don't know where that come about from. Go ahead.
Right. So it come about that the Romans and them they had a thing that when the men and them they would be like manly that send the men and them in the whole house and them, right? So they send them to have sex, right? So when they go in the whole house now, they say, hey, I that man now because they're gonna have sex with the hoes and them now, so they find out that be better armies and the symbols from we couldn't say well, it's a whole bring out a whole house in the open. So it had a symbol to show that this was the host, which is the heart, with the arrow coming through. So that was the symbol for the whole house, right? And also it have also within that now with the same thing they made them going in the army and thing, right? Also now it had two army men was while they're fighting, one killer another killer man to show you love and report the heart out them and give the next man to show you love to him. So from it start from them being in the army to say, hey, I'm not a virgin no more. I'm gonna have sex. Like the man now because they find it was they find that the men and them who had sex and things that they was better soldiers. And they send them to go in the whole house and them. And the whole, I'll say again, the whole, that was the symbol for the whole house. Which is like a woman behind you. When you watch it, when you take the hat and you put it upside down, there's a woman behind you. And see the arrow representing a man road.
Yeah. You wanted that's about it. So it's different. It's different. So it's you're correct. Right, that is it. But with the heart shape is with a woman bending down from behind. Right? At that time they couldn't see this is a whole house. It was illegal. Not like now how it's legal over America, It was illegal at that time. So they couldn't say this is a whole house. They had to put a heart They either put a woman bending over backwards, but it used to look like a heart shape. Right? And everybody used to know where it was. Right? But
Like I said,
go ahead, Tazo.
if I could remember, right, the story with the men and them now was they say that I don't know if they was pushing it that way or if they were saying that if they was homosexual, they fight for each other harder in battle. And then the homosexual used to cut out the heart and the of the person they kill or the enemy, right, and eat it. Or give it to the other person or something like that to show how much they love them. But not a homosexual thing that they had in the military, the Roman military that time.
Yeah, that's about it. Right? It was two people. Anybody else like that? I don't know. You have
Yeah. And then after pushing that, I think it was a pope after what they went out to push in the philosophy called a pope named Valentine's. I was able to push in the philosophy just like I say like how Rome come the Romulus come the progenitor a Rome. So after that the same this pope Valentine was able to push the philosophy and they will get the Valentine's Day with all the philosophy coming in.
Right. So yeah, let me start with the military. Right. It was two famous people. Right. I don't know their names. Two famous people. Right. So yes, the whole customs of giving somebody a heart comes from two famous Roman homosexuals. I don't know the names of them. Two people. The first name was it is always. I know one of them was Titus Polio. The next one was I think it's something Veronas. Lucius Veronas or Lucas Veronas or something. Right? I think it's Lucius Veronas, yeah, or Veronas. Right? And Titus Polio. Right? It was at a time the Romans they would make their soldiers have sex with each other. Right? Because they had believed it would make them fight better because now they're fighting for the lover. So they fight to protect the lover, they will fight more strong and more harder. So they used to make the Roman soldiers have sex with each other. Alright? So now I think it was Lucius Veronas. Yes, Lucius Veronas and Titus Polio, them was the two homosexuals who loved each other. Right? And they was fighting for each other in the army. And Titus Polio, Titus Polio, he loved Lucius so much. Right? Somebody was trying to kill Lucius. And Titus, he was shot with an arrow. Right? Titus, he was shot with an arrow. Right? But that did not stop him from protecting his gay lover. Right? So he defended Lucius, and he cut the heart out of his enemy and gave it to his lover Lucius Veronas. Right? And the Romans loved that story, and that's how it became. That was like the Romans was like, hey, or let's see what Titus do. He gave his heart. He gave a heart, cut out the heart out of his enemy and gave it to his lover. You understand? They love that story, and they push that story all over and made every soldier in the Roman military who was homosexuals, make them want to cut out the hearts of the enemies and give it to the lover. Right? And that is how the whole story comes from, giving your heart to your lover from. Right? They'll be like, hey, I love you so much, I want to give you a heart. You understand? I love you so much, I want to give you a heart. So imagine that one of them was shot by an arrow. And he basically he was dying because he got shot by an arrow. But he saw his lover, his gay lover dying. Right? About to be, he was being attacked. You see, now I had to go and defend him. Cut out the heart from the enemy and give it to Lucius. The Romans and them love that story and they run with it and tell every soldier to make sure and cut the heart out of your enemy and give it to your lover. And that is where the whole story comes, giving your heart to your lover comes from. Right? Yeah, so I'm going.
So I was saying that the LBGTQR, whatever, they had that same spirit and then, they got aggressive, for the lover, as they bring it out that day now.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they will have that same spirit on them. Anybody who try to come around, as I say, they'll be aggressive towards that person and they might want to report the heart and all too.
Yeah. Yeah, they might want to be aggressive. Yeah, because one of them is homosexuals. That's why they're so violent, And psych study does search the reason why them homosexuals so violent is because they was violated too. That's why they're so angry and violent because they was violated as a child. You understand? So that is why Lucius could have cut out the heart. Imagine you fighting at one side, you just shoot the man or shoot him with an arrow. You want to cut out the heart. You understand? Because whatever trauma he been through, he just say, let me take out this trauma. You understand? That's why they're so angry and so violent. You understand? The studies even show that homosexuals them is rapists and all. You understand? They are rapists. I believe in the book of Judges. I think it's the book of Judges, with the homosexuals and them, they had raped the girl. I think it was in Judges. You understand? They had raped her, and them was homosexuals. Right? That's how it is. You understand? And them homosexuals and them too, they know that they can't be women. So that is why they hate women too. So when they see people raping women, is a homosexual doing the 98% of the time is a homosexual do it. You understand? So that is where the whole story comes from now with giving your heart to your lover. And everybody's selling all these hearts all over the place with chocolates in it. It's Valentine's Day. That's where the whole concept of giving your heart to your lover comes from. Because of is a homosexual doctrine. You understand? So when you buy now chocolates, the heart-shaped chocolates, you falling after them, the Roman homosexuals and them. You understand? You're taking part in a homosexual lifestyle. You understand? And it doesn't matter if you're not a homosexual, just the fact that they're taking part in it means you're condoning it or you're accepting it. Right? And that's why I think it's when they had turned back to look at Sodom and Gomorrah burning down, them and all had they had turned to stone, I believe it was, right? It was stone that turned to? Yeah. His wife to a pillar of salt. You understand? She was not a lesbian or a homosexual, but just the fact that she turned around means she had loved the lifestyles that was taking place. That is why she turned to a pillar of salt. If she didn't love it, she would not even turn around. She would say, yes, praise the Lord, he burned down Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. But she knew that she turned around because she was like, oh my gosh, Sodom and Gomorrah was such a nice place. Look how it's being destroyed. Oh my gosh, it's such a nice place. So she must send that pillar of salt. Right? So even though you're now homosexual, you're buying these chocolates and these heart-shaped things to give it to your wife, you're taking part in these homosexual lifestyle, then the law will look at you as though, it's something that you're condoning. It's still a sin then. Because you're still celebrating the holiday, which the law said not to celebrate. You understand? So all those things is something satanic and some evil. You can't celebrate it, you can't take part in it. You understand? It's just something that the Lord hates. Right? The heart shape. Who was on what it was Shah? Right, that heart shape again is not really a heart. Right? We all know the shape of the heart. right? Of course, it's not a heart. That the symbol of a heart comes around, I think, the 1800s. The symbol of the heart. A lot of men was in the Navy on ships, and sometimes they would kidnap you or force you to be a sailor around the 1800s. Kidnap the men or force them to be a sailor on the Navy ship. Right? So now you're away from home. Right? I think we used to call them pirates at that time. Right? The pirates, they need these whores or prostitutes. Right? Because they're away from home. Right? They're away from home. So these people who was kidnapped or forced to be sailors on the ships, that they need these whores or prostitutes. Right? So now back in the days, a prostitute will not put the name of her shop on her door. Right? But they would put a symbol to let people know, what they're getting in when they come inside. Right? They'll let people know, right? This symbol here means there's a whole house, so I know what I'm going into when I go inside. Right? They won't put a name or put what it is. Right? At that time it was illegal. Right? And the heart symbol is a picture of a woman bent over from behind. That is what the heart shape is. Right? Of a woman bent over from behind. And how to say it? And that to say come in here, they was like, all right, come in, look at come in and gate. The days where it is, come in and gate. With the heart shape bent over. Right? So now when in the Navy, that was I think it's the 16th or the 1700s. When I was in the Navy around, the 1700s. This was around the 1800s. So when the young people who was kidnapped, there was 16, 17 years of age, 16, 17 years of age. Right? So around the 1800s, this used to happen. But the children who was on the Navy ships, remember, they used to get kidnapped to be some soldiers on the Navy ship. So by the time they reach 16 or age 17, the children them on the ship, they want to have sex. So the first time they will have sex, and back then in those days, that the father wanted to take them to some whole house. That how it was. That is how he does become a man. Back in those days, the father he take you to a whole house. That is how he become a man back in the days, around that age, 16, age 17. Right, so now your father or your uncle, took you to some whole house for you to have sex with this prostitute, right? Right, because once you go to this whole house, at that time that they figured, you're not married. We all know sex is marriage, but that they say, all right, he had to get married, so he had no ties to this woman, right? So that's how it was. So when a young man was, having sex for the first time, he always wanted to remember how it was. This young man having sex for the first time, he said, you know what, I always want to remember how this was. So I believe he would take a tattoo. Right? And he would put a tattoo on his arm saying, to say, I's a man. Right? You put this tattoo of a heart there. You put a tattoo of a heart on his arm to say he's a man. Right? And after a while, it became as a love symbol. After a while, remember the heart shape is really a woman bending over backwards. So that is what the young boy put in the symbol on his hand. A woman bending over backwards to say he went in a prostitute house and he's a man. Right? But after a while, it became as a love symbol. Right? It became a love symbol of making love to someone there. Right? And then it became a symbol of love. Right? So it was a symbol of this young boy going in a whole house, he had sex, boom. After a while, people are say having sex is making love, so they say, right, the hardship in prostitute house is a love symbol of you making love. heart shape a symbol of love, then it's all right. It's just a love symbol, you know, a symbol to show two people just in love. It doesn't necessarily mean sex, love. But originally, that what it was for, right? The young boy going in the whole house to have sex. And you know, he wanted to remember how it was the first time, so he put that heart shape on his heart. Anybody know where the arrow come from? If I could remember. The arrow or the heart. Anybody know where that come from? Hmm?
If I'm mistaken, I think the arrow is the man run.
Mm, mm-mm. Anybody? It's just about that actually is really similar, but it's just about lust. Basically, it's about yeah, just about lust. Basically, that's about it. The arrow through the heart is about Cupid. You know Cupid, the little white little baby flying on the seas, an angel. About Cupid. Cupid is the god of sex. That's who Cupid is. He's the god of sex, right? And in some Roman, I think that in some Roman name that is called Cupid, Eros. I think that Eros, right? That is where you get the term erotic from, right? So the heart symbol with the arrow through it really means I want to have sex tonight. That's what it means. The heart symbol with the arrow through it just means I want to have sex tonight, right? It's just about lust, right? That's why people marriages fall apart because it has been conflict with real love. You understand? People marriages is fall. They don't know what is love then. So the marriages does always fall apart. Right? If people know what is real love, people marrying will fall apart. But the studying Cupid with the arrow and the heart through it, it's just a symbol of sex. It's not a symbol of really love. It's just love. Now after they don't have sex, they still don't know what is love, the marriage fall apart. Right? Give me that scripture too, with I think with what is love. Right? Give me that scripture too. Right? So now a big part of real love is really willing to be unhappy. Right? And that way it is it. A real part of love is willing to be unhappy. That's what love is. Love is something you're willing to be unhappy. That is a real part of love. Anybody understand what I mean by that? A real part of love is willing to be unhappy. Anybody understand what I mean by that? Willing to be unhappy. You go ahead, so.
Yes, not being selfish. Yeah, phrase it like that. Not being happy.
Say that again, Rodrigo?
Not being happy, right? Not being selfish. You know, thinking about yourself.
Not thinking about itself. Okay, I try to understand.
You can just replace
Yeah, like true love is you willing to be unhappy. Yeah, what I mean by
true love is you willing to be unhappy.
unhappy, yeah, you willing to be unhappy. That is true love. What I mean by
basically, I would say you're not thinking about yourself.
Right. Okay, well, yeah, to take that, yeah, you're not thinking what you said.
But thinking about you know as we in the ISUPK, learn of not being selfish, willing to, as they say, lay down your life there, but
Right. Yeah, I'll take that. And think about it more, okay, like in somebody's house, you willing to be unhappy. Think about it like somebody home. Yeah. Yeah, Mbara, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Remember in our class, General Mahimon, the teach, was saying to give love it hurts, but to receive it is absolute.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes there are things that you don't really want to do, but you have to do it because of your partner. But on the other side, the world is believe that love is receiving things. A woman is believe that love is receiving money, love is receiving, a man who might be able to carry she where she want to go when she want to go, get gifts on Valentine's Day or she birthday. She believe that what love is, but it's opposite to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's opposite to that, yeah. So, okay, so, and yeah, sure, you saying I'm married, to receive love is a bliss, but to give it is something painful. And so, think about it, somebody who has children now, somebody who has children in the home, they say a baby, yeah, go ahead, I'm sure.
I would say like love is sacrificing.
Right. So, you sacrifice, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so that is it. Sacrifice, that is it, right? That is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a big part of real love again is willing to be unhappy. Right? If love was just about being happy, then, then everybody would be nice. Everything would be nice. Nobody would be suffering, nobody would be hard times, Everybody would be nice and joy. But that is not love. You understand? That is not love. You understand? So it's like as I mentioned before, like a child. Somebody has children, you miserable because of this child, right? I willing to be miserable. You literally willing to be miserable because of this child, right? You willing to suffer. You willing to suffer because of this child. You understand? You willing not to. Like, I think the Naparima Bowl, they had a party some night in San Fernando, some carnival party, right? You wouldn't not to go no carnival party and fets because people love to go and fet, people love to go online. You wouldn't not to go Naparima Bowl for the carnival, like what they had the other day in San Fernando. Because you have a child, they willing not to go out there and party on the weekends because they have a child. So you're willing to suffer, you're willing to be miserable because of this child. Right? And that what true love is about. It's not about being able to do what you want to do. It's being able to do what you have to do because of this child. Right? That's what true love is about. It's not about this heart shaped thing for Valentine's Day and an arrow through it. That is not true love. Right? True love is really willing to suffer because of somebody you love. You understand? Love is being able to be unhappy with your partner. Right? That is basically what love is about. Yeah, the scripture, yeah. Take a swap, yeah.
Can.
Mm-hmm.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Well, what do you mean by that there? Anybody?
So like I said,
Go ahead.
the things that that is written in these records or these scriptures, for Black Hispanics and Native Indians, it's not hard to do. As long as as you make mention, you're willing to, not be selfish or willing, not to think about yourself, and that's as you make mention.
Yeah. Anybody else want to add on? What do you say? Yeah, well, Sean.
The love of God to keep the love of God to keep the commandments, and the commandments is not we say in the his commandments are not grievous. So mean the commandments really it's not hard to keep. It's easy to do the commandments. No pressure. So anything come like I say again, you have everything you're doing, the animals, it's a diet certain animals you could eat, and then after like certain animals you can't eat. You get a woman, you get a man. You can't sleep with a man. That's like how we do this February Valentine's thing. You have a woman to sleep with. So it has boundaries. It has feast days. You can't go and celebrate certain feast days. And it has feast days you can celebrate. And that's obedience to the Most High.
Yeah, that is it. We just said the answer. Right? That is just it. We don't again answer. Well.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right? His commandments is not hard. What's so hard? His commandments is not hard, right? The commandments is the laws, right? The laws are the Bible. Right? His laws are the Bible. It's not hard, it's not grievous. It's so easy just not to eat pork. What's so hard in not eating pork? Right? What's so hard in not eating shark? You drive down Marcus, you see the famous bacon shark. What's so hard in not eating bacon shark? Right? Bacon soulfish or something, you don't have to eat the shark. That's not so hard. Well, some people they just make it hard. It's hard to stop eating shrimp. Some people love shrimp so much, even though you tell them the scripture said do eat shrimp, they find it hard not to stop eating shrimp. That's not hard. That's very easy. You understand? But again, that is love. Keeping the commandments. All right? Keeping the commandments is love. Right? Well, what's so hard in a man not dressing up like a woman? That's so hard for a man not to do. Still seeing them celebrities dressing up like women. And even people will be making them videos, comic videos, dressing up like women. You understand? That's not hard. But again, society making us feel it hard, and that's why it's so confusing now. We feel Valentine's Day is about love. When we buy those chocolates and roses for our loved ones on Valentine's Day, our marriage will still fall apart because we do not know what is love. Right? When we know love is really about, you being unhappy for somebody, that is true love. Right? But society has make us feel that love is about, everybody happy and everything will be nice. When Christ come back, everybody go sing and clap and dance, and everybody go have what is called a rapture, which is a orgy. You understand? Those things are not love. You understand? Love is when Christ come back and he destroys it. That is love.
All right.
You understand? All the wicked evilness, and coming soon. You understand? Putin done, no, not Putin. Biden Biden don't know already if Russia and America clash, it will have a world war. He said it, right? Biden said he's not going to take over. I forget what country it was. It has some war going on right now. And the Americans in the country. And Biden said he's not going across there to free the Americans. Ukraine.
Yeah.
You see, not going across in the UK to free the Americans, because if he clashed with the Russian military, the kind of gun power that will take place, it will cause a world war. That is what Biden said. It will cause a world war. So he's not going into Ukraine to free the Americans. So he rather tell the Americans that they'll leave there, find somewhere and they'll leave there and come back. Right? So Biden know a world war is going to come soon. It is going to come soon, because very soon America and Russia, they will clash. They will clash very soon. So World War III, it's coming. We hear the talks about it now in the air. Just as what the Bible says, go have wars and rumors of wars. We hearing it. Right? And very soon World War III is going to come. Right? And that will be a beautiful, glorious day to see when World War III comes. Right? The thing will be the end of mankind, because man was always here since the beginning of time. You die, you come back again. But after World War III, you're going to have a new, how to say, let's call it a new we'll say when people take over the earth, with new, you're going to have a new people going to take over the earth, right? New people going to be in rulership, right? Which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're going to be in rulership. We're going to have a new world order. That's what I say. Right? Blacks and Hispanics, we're going to be that new world order. Right? So we should be glad that in the year 2000, Christ didn't return. Imagine, since in the year 2000, Christ was supposed to return, right? Which was prophesied by our prophet here in the school. But Christ didn't return, because again, you know, the Lord is a living, breathing God. He just give people chances, as we had read in the book of Jonah, right? He just give people chances. So even though the Lord say he won't come today, you might say, nah, I will change my mind. I will give them a little time period again. That is what happened in the year 2000. Christ didn't return, because the Lord say, you know what, let me give some of them a little chance. Because who knows? None of us would have been here right now if Christ had returned in the year 2000. None of us would have been here right now in the truth. Right? So we have to thank the Lord for that. Right? But very soon, just like how everybody, when they get that time period, that grace period does run out. You know, WASA get a grace period to pay them before the cut year. T&Tech get a grace period to get before the cut year. That is how the Lord's giving us grace period right now. And very soon that grace is going to run out. And we hear the rumors of wars, we're seeing it. If Biden can make that statement publicly, it will cause a world war if he go into Ukraine. You understand? They know that war is coming soon. It'll be front step. All right, so give me the next scripture with love. The next scripture with love, I don't know it. That was 1 John, right? Let me hear John 14 and 15. John 14 and 15.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
That's it, right?
Come on.
Let me hear 16.
Come on, verse 16. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever.
Right. I was talking about Christ, right? So, yeah, if you love the Lord, keep his commandments, right? So all this thing that people saying, love is about what? Love is about doing this, or love is about doing that. You know, if you really have love in you, you go keep the Lord's commandments. You understand? Keep the Lord's commandments. Right? You imagine coronavirus real, and you saying you're loving you, but you don't want to send your children to get vaccinated. You don't want you don't even love yourself because you are not even want to get vaccinated. You understand? When the scriptures basically said, "Hey, honor the physician." Yeah, we know it are some physicians who don't know nothing. You understand? By the end of the day, people still had to go for the doctor. Even all them herbalists and all, I show them and all still had to go by the doctor. You say one of them, no woman get pregnant, they might still have to go by the doctor. You understand? Or them who saying take herbs and take herbs, they still have to go by the doctor. You understand? And that's just how it is. You understand? If you really love the Lord say, honor the physician, listen to the doctor. Yeah, we just see all the doctors doing kind of nonsense on the news. I think the other day on the news they said they wash a woman pelvic with lye. Lye is where you just wash the ground with to clean canal and drains with lye. The doctor I say wash the woman pelvic. You understand? So yeah, we know it has the doctors who do those things, but you still have to go by the doctor. You understand? It has lawyers who doesn't win cases. What I mean, you won't go by a lawyer again if you have some big matter to go by, you won't go by a lawyer. The first thing the mother should ask you for is if you have a lawyer. You understand? So yeah, that's just how it is. As the general brought out you want to see none of his brothers and sisters die in the school, so just take the vaccine. You understand? A seatbelt doesn't necessarily mean you will not get in a car accident. Or if you put on a seatbelt, it doesn't necessarily mean you will not die if you get in a car accident. You might still get in a car accident, but your chances of dying will just lessen down. But it doesn't mean the seatbelt will protect you from a car accident. You still have to put on the seatbelt. It will just decrease your chances of getting a car accident. You understand? So that is all the vaccines are. All the vaccines are, matter of fact, not just this vaccine alone, all the vaccines. Right? Because some people say once you take tetanus vaccine, you will never get tetanus. But them, no. Tetanus again is just like the other vaccines. If someday you get tetanus, your body had the antibodies to fight off the tetanus. And that is it. The difference with COVID, tetanus is this COVID here, it's killing you. So once you get it, people is dying from it. So that is why people are pushing this in the forefront and saying now this you don't take the vaccine and all this and but if you love the Lord, you will listen to his commandments. And one of the things that the Lord says is honor the physician, because the Lord is who created the physician. So in other words, if the doctor is just like a tool that the Lord does use to heal people. That is it. Yeah, Barry, go ahead.
Just recently this week and all too, maybe the COVID shot people are afraid of. They say they realize a drop in the mandatory shots that you just get children before they go to school. That's all of a sudden they get afraid of.
The WHO people, the WHO?
The health minister, they come out and say,
Right.
in the normal shots, there's had a yellow fever and they don't shot something like that. That's all they're noticing a drop in people coming in to get the children now. Shots and all.
Yeah, because people they're scared about it, and people just talking all kind of thing and making people get more scared. I don't think Muslims believe in that. I don't think so. No. I don't think Muslims and I don't think I ever hear Muslims say they take that. No, anything like that. Right? So it's all these religions coming out and saying no take it. Some herbalist doctors coming out and saying no take it. Pastors, imams. All those people coming and saying no take it. So people they will get scared. Right? So they're so scared now. They're classing the COVID vaccine as the other vaccine and not taking the other vaccines now. That is the issue. Well, I mean, It's a scripture in the Bible where the Lord say he does actually allow people to listen to lies because he want them to get destroyed. So the Lord does actually allow people to believe in lies, to believe in rumors, because he want them to get destroyed. And that is the Lord who we worshiping. You understand? Imagine the Lord is so powerful. He actually allowing somebody to make a rumor. You understand? Create some rumor, and then he allowing somebody to believe in the rumors, just so that them go get destroyed. That is how the Lord does it. You understand? So that is how it is. Yeah. Yeah. So give me the next scripture. I think that will be 2 John 1 and 6. Yeah. 2 John 1 6.
Book of 2 John 1 and 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it.
All right. So what we have heard in the beginning, we have to walk in it. The laws that we have heard in the beginning since with Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve had the laws. So when we hear Adam teaching me about the laws, when the Lord used to talk to Adam through the stars in the sky, and Adam teaching his wife, and Adam and his wife teaching each other, them is the same laws as now that we have to keep. The laws in the beginning, in Genesis with Adam and Eve, we have to keep those same laws. Right? That is love. Right? That is love. Keeping the laws of the Most High. You understand? That way it is. Right? And again, as I say, the World War III is about to come very soon, and the Lord, that could be a wonderful, glorious day. You know, it's going to be a wonderful, glorious day, and if Christ come back here, and everybody sing Kumbaya, and eat cookies and cream, that is not love. That is not love. Okay, the ones who doing the evils, as Christ said, he talked in parables because some people are so wicked and evil, they had to get punished. That is why he talking in parables. Some people so wicked, they had to get punished. So when Christ come back here, wherever it is, hopefully it's tomorrow. You come back here and World War III happen tomorrow, hopefully. And they see Christ just destroying, just fire and fire. That is love. You understand? That is love. Right? Not Christ coming back here and he's singing cookies and cream. You understand? But that day when Christ returns is going to be a dreadful, terrible day. You understand? So Valentine's Day, as I say, is some satanic, is nothing to be celebrating about. Woman, you don't deserve chocolates and roses on Valentine's Day. You women need to be told how wicked and cruel you are on Valentine's Day. Because they kick the man out of the house. Now, when they kick the man out of the house now, you alone by yourself carries of the child. The child grew up to be some drug dealer. Or if it's a girl child, she go up to sell she body all over the place. Yes, and you cause that as the mother. Because why? The husband have what? Two or three women, you pay him on the house. Now you there by yourself trying to see what the child, and they can't see what the child. You know, so because it does have a point in time where a woman, she just gets so frustrated. She'll say, you know what? Yeah, you're frustrated me so much. When your father come home, I go tell him about it. Okay, you need that manly spirit in the house to discipline and raise a child. But the mother kick the husband out of the house, so how she gonna raise the child? She can't raise him on her own. She need help. Now she want chocolate and rose. You understand? And when she pull the man out of the house now, the man coming to see the child. She telling the child, no, don't go and see your father. You understand? And then on top of that now, she want to put the father to court now to send money to the child. You understand? So now you women need to be told how wicked and evil all is on Valentine's Day. Or I'm not supposed to be getting no chocolate and roses on Valentine's Day. You understand? Because all of putting the man through child support, all of kicking the man out of the house. And if all kick the man out of the house, all of making him leave the house. Because they nag him so much. The man rather be on the streets taking drugs than to be in the house with a nagging wife. Because when he come outside the house, is everybody oppressing him. The government, his job oppressing him. The police, just by saying have a little plaques on his head or a little beard, they're coming to oppress him. You understand? It's everybody oppressing the man when he come outside. So now when he coming inside now, you know, if he woman just say, you know, he say, all right, at least I gotta be treated like a king in my home. You understand? Because I've been treated like shit when I go outside. He's so frustrated. My wife, she go take care of me and make me, she go ease her frustration. What going to happen now? She's had a nag him too now. Hey, you know what she wears? Hey, you ain't sweep the yard. Hey. Start to nag him now. He said, nah, I ain't have time for this. Let me go on the streets and take drugs, and I go stay on the streets and take drugs. I ain't have time for it. So you woman, you all need to be told how wicked and evil all is on Valentine's Day. Yeah, so that all need to be told. Right? That's it for Valentine's, right? Anybody have any questions on that? Let's wait until one more. Anybody have any questions on that Valentine's Day?
Yes.
That's it. All right, give me Joel 2 and chapter 1. No boy, when Biden said that, I was like, yeah, boy, Biden know if it have a World War III, the kind of destructions they go have on the earth, he don't know it might have a new world order. New people might take over the earth. That is why Biden say he are not going into Ukraine to get the Americans, because the kind of gunfire go happen if the Russian bunks up the Americans. It will have a world war. You understand? So they know it, but it coming. They can't stop it. Right? Who have it?
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Anybody understand that? Like Joel 2 and 1, right? Right? When I say blow ye the trumpet, where's the trumpet? The trumpet is what? Where's the trumpet? When they say blow the trumpet, what do they mean by that? What are they trying to say by blow the trumpet? If I blow this trumpet here, what are you trying to say when I'm blowing a trumpet?
Okay, so
Yeah, go ahead.
to give warning.
You're giving a warning. So you're giving a warning. It says, right? So you're giving out a warning. You're blowing the trumpet. You're giving out a warning to the holy mountain, right? Which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know, you're letting everybody know that World War III is coming earlier. You're blowing your trumpet. World War III is at hand earlier. You're making a noise, right? Because the day of the Lord is near at hand. Right? Yeah, go ahead, verse 2.
Verse 2. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spreadeth upon the mountains.
Gloom. Read it again. Verse 2. Yeah.
A day of darkness and gloominess.
Right, that is what? Darkness and gloominess is what? Darkness and gloominess. So you're warning everybody. You're blowing a trumpet. Blowing the trumpet is a warning everybody of the World War III coming earlier. You see, Biden done say if the Russian bunks up with the Americans, it will have a world war. If Biden are not talking about world war, then no, it's bacchanal. So Biden stay away from that because if Biden had no, them would have already win. If the Russian and American had bunks up, Biden would have done send his troops. But Biden know the kind of military power would have been shooting up there, the Russian and meet the Americans. He said it will have a world war. So he stay far away from it. Because he know if it have a world war, he don't know that America might be in power. He will have a new world order. Somebody else will be in power. And it will not be the Americans. That is why he's scared to even go and free his own Americans. Because he know it's not only them alone, but we have military might now. You understand? The other countries creeping up to them. You understand? And who knows, he might just be here in the UPK, so he don't know already. Once World War III come, Christ will come and destroy all them inventions they have, and then take over. Right? So now you're warning everybody now, trumpet coming. Once they're blowing them that World War III is at hand, they say darkness and gloominess. Where is that? Darkness and gloominess is over. We're talking about World War III, eh? So imagine you seeing. Okay, I can remember for September 11th, I think it was there. September 11th, I think. You know where the World Trade Center bomb up. I just watching that through my TV. You understand? The way how I felt then, it was like darkness and gloominess. And that wasn't World War. So you can imagine if a World War happened, how people go feel. So there's like a feeling here, darkness and gloominess. What is that?
Like sorrow.
Yeah, sorrow. I'll take that. Yeah. Anything else? Sorrow. Yeah, go ahead.
Fright and panic.
Fright, panic. Yeah. All that go take place. Sadness, depression, mourning of the deaths. You know, that all that there is darkness and gloominess. You know, you're feeling depressed. You know, you're crying over all them deaths that you're seeing. Sadness. Yes, and fear. That is what it is. Right? Yeah, we read from darkness and gloominess.
Book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 2. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
And that is another way of sadness, you know, cloudy and dark, somewhat sadness again. Go ahead.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever. Still up here. They have not been ever the like. Neither shall be any more after it.
That was true, right?
Can.
Right, so you know the cloudy and darkness is just somewhat sadness again, you know, more than just like a cloud when it comes over the sky. Right, talking about just sadness, you know, depression, you know, a great people and a strong people is all these nations is going to bring their strong armies to the Middle East like never before. So all them great people and strong people will bring all the armies to the Middle East like nobody has never seen before. And when people see that, the kind of gloominess, kind of sadness and depression and mourning at death that will be taking place, the kind of fear that will be running through people's minds that will be taking place. That's what it's talking about, the gloominess. Right? Go ahead, verse, wait, this one.
Neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Right, so that's self-explanatory, right? It won't have no more like that what we go and see there with all the other races bringing their armies to the Middle East. You won't see that no more again for many generations. Good.
Verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
What is that there they're talking about? Like verse 3, right? Good. Anybody, what is that talking about?
So like famine.
Famine. Read for again, verse 3.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right. So it's not about famine. It's like, okay, the fire burned before them is talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? Right. We go be having an army, right? And we go be being prepared in the wilderness, trained in the wilderness with the army, being trained in the wilderness, but with some great land somewhere on the earth. We go be, right? Some great land being prepared, being trained in wilderness, right? That's what it's talking about. Right? And of course, it's talking about we, the ones who in the truth. Right? Go ahead and continue to read it.
The land is at the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Right. So we who in the truth, the ones will be coming out of the grave. Remember, this is World War III. This is when the Lord returned. The ones who coming out of the grave, and I believe the ones who will not in the truth too. Right, I believe so. Right, because we when we prepared, because remember the 144 is just the government. Right, the other ones is the ones who they will have more than 144. Right, the ones who help them. Right, so basically that's about it. So it's we us the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we being prepared, trained in the wilderness for when that time comes. Right, and before us is a fire. Right, you finish verse 3? Read it again, Torah.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burns.
Right, so before us is a fire, because Christ and the angels done destroying everything. Right, and after Christ and the angels destroy everything, there will be some heathens left. Right, some land is going to there's going to be they're going to be all over the place, right? And that land is going to be destroyed too. So you're talking about destruction. Before us, the fire destruction, even after us, fire destruction. Right? Fire and destruction could be destroying the heathens. Before, behind us, even in front of us, there's fire. There's destruction. Christ and the angels that's destroying everything. That's what he's talking about. Right? Go ahead.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Well, after we done destroy them, after Christ and the angels done destroy them, that land will be like a wilderness. Let's destroy everything. This destruction. It will be like a wilderness. You understand? You know, so in other words, we run through the land, And we're going to leave it like a desolate wilderness by just running through the land and destroying and killing. A desolate wilderness. Right? Again, that's coming with the whole zombie movies in the Bible. You know, that's where the zombie movies and it comes from. Right? Go ahead, more.
And nothing shall escape them.
And nothing shall escape them. Right? That is it?
Can.
No, you have verse 4?
Verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run.
Right, so you everybody understand that, right?
Like, yes,
Good.
that's something right? So, you know, like scripture says that signs that Christ coming, right? But what I want to know is like this, no, right? So, see, like you see in men marrying men and thing, right? And you know, people still ain't taking on the moves, right? Now it have plague. So, like, even with this COVID-19 yet, like again now it's like people say no again it's not the move. They think coming from the move, like coming from man, they coming from man, right? So what's around it have swine flu, the black flu. A lot of them come through, right? So what I want to find out is like this now. With the World War Three coming, the World War Three coming up, but like you know people still not paying attention to this now, like with the World War Three. But a lot of people now coming in the truth. Like when it could be like too late, well, a lot of people coming in the shoot when the World War Three, like World War Three. So like that's like another sign now to say like, because now we are the plague and it's like it didn't much it didn't do it much because like people didn't pay attention to it. So like now we see like World War Three coming now. Like so more people know like hey, looking now to into the truth.
Yeah, every day people are coming to the truth. Vice versa, every day people just leave the truth. Right? So from now creeping up to that World War III, yes, you will have more people coming into the truth. Right? It would have people coming into the truth. I mean, we could see it going on, people hearing us that Oprah and now it's not Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg could actually know that it's two white people fighting against each other, which the Jewish people and the white people. You understand? So people listening to us, they're hearing us. So eventually, it will have more people coming into the truth before that World War III. And you know, I could imagine when people hearing us talking about World War III and how it will be. Imagine World War III really comes up now. Yeah, people gonna want to run and come in. Yeah, just like how you see it with the Simpsons. You know, they say when the last days come, the people who in the bar go run to church, the ones who in the church go run to the bar. It will be something similar like that. Could they hearing us? They say, nah, them talking about Christ going to come just now. Nah, we not time to study them, but they're listening to us. You know, and then they hearing Biden now talking about it will cause a world war if he and the Russian clash, so he not going in Ukraine. So they're watching, they're saying, I wonder if UPK have a little on point somewhere, boy. So you can imagine they really have a World War III anymore. They go say, nah, boy, UPK was talking truth all the time, but let me run and go there. Run, let me do my 90 days, let me do this, that. So you will have more people coming to the truth, as well as some people that leave the truth. Right? That was the question, right?
Yeah. Like you said, we going to see our next like our next play, like you know, like come like this like the COVID-19, I come like it just out. Although I say people coming, but like you know what, like they're just looking for something else now to come because like you see before, like you know all that thing like before it was like a man marrying man. We see that was that sign that started saying now it's like see like the plagues now everybody like hey nothing like the plagues didn't say nothing now so like now when the rumors of the war take place now like it might so yeah that people might have a tendency now to say like we really going to find the truth now because now they see a war already a war taking place now.
Yeah, that is it. And not just the wars too, but with the plagues too. Right? You know, we talking about all them plagues and things. The Lord going to send plagues and disease. And after the coronavirus, he will send another plague worse than the coronavirus. Right, I was reading a part article, but I don't continue to read it and really to understand it yet. But it say it have a new strand or a more powerful strand to HIV. Yeah, then so I don't read up on and really find out. Scientists just discovered that the other day, right? A more stronger strand to the HIV. Understand? So the Lord, He's sending plagues. You know, people don't say some man created, but it's the Lord allowed the man to create it. Right? Just like how He allowed man to believe in rumors, the Lord allowed man to create these plagues, if it's really a man, right? But at the end of the day, it's the Lord. He done everything. Go ahead, you can.
Right? The same ideology we're talking about, the same man created, right? When we talk about world wars, right? Is man creating world wars or the Most High? At the end of the day, the Most High is making every move, all the moves, no matter how it is, right? So even the prophecy of the wars and the matter wars, right? Is men who actually doing different things and fulfilling the prophecy of what the Most High called.
Yeah, it's still the Lord. You know, He's stirring them up. He gained them up. The Lord, he wilding up the other nations and them. He wilding them up. You understand? He wilding up Putin. He wilding up Biden. He wilding up them other countries. You understand? So when that time comes, yeah, World War III is around the corner. And people who say in World War III come already. Yeah, I don't know how people could say World War III come and go on. But that might be people who don't know what a World War is. We have a lot of people that say World War III going already, and there's World War IV to come. But no. They don't know what World War is. The people who say in World War III don't want to. They don't know what World War is. Right? And Biden know once that World War III comes, America might not be in power. That is why he's scared to go in Ukraine. Because he feels once he clash with Putin, he will have a world war. You understand? And he know what that world war means. You understand? He will have a new world order and America might not be in power. So that World War might have to be his last resort. You understand? Try with that. Anybody any questions? Any questions? Is it? Well with that, let's pass guys over to Peace and Tazo.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street out of New York under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be submitted only. They are here to shed themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. It means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced Ma'asher. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the church department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of Purim. All right, that's tomorrow, Monday, the 14th to the 15th. All right, you can find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 to 31. Remind Akim and Abwatian brothers and sisters to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he's to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, like headband or scarf. And that we say, Imagine, Apanya Kodam, rise and face these. All right, begin with the Lord's Prayer first. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakot. Tabah. Matazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baratiza. Kawa. Ayah. Bashemayim. Nathanael. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kawatna, Kasalakna, Kawatina, Wala, Tabayanawa, Walisaiwan, Abod, Abshina, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wataparat, Waiwalamim, Aman.
The English, our Father,
Art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
All right, the prayer is I can't pray for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Hashem.
Yahushai.
Babakashah.
Tananawa.
Aka.
Aka.
Arapa. Kalmakal. Kalmarwo. Aka. Ata. Amatizaria. Aka. Makwayam. Amate. Aka. Irakawa. Atamala. Agashan. Hashem Yahushai. Warama.
In the English, Yahweh, name of Yahushai,
name of Yahushai,
give us the power,
give us power,
to heal,
all
manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness, all manner of disease,
all to cleanse lepers,
all to raise the dead, for against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Yahushai.
Wamakala. Wa'alai. Matazabia. Alawapiana. Alawapiam. Asrani. Akatazania. Akiyalani. Wapakiam. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Wadaman.
In the English, bless the Yahweh,
and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, generals, captains, officers, troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth,
all things
and all things living. Yahweh, name of Yahushai. Listen to us now, right now. Send evil and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathens that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the schools. Send evil and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathens, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the schools, force their riches, and get their sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nation, and the drug dealers, court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governmental enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pascomataz, gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, cable access channel, and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way, or try to stop us, broadcasting your words to the planet earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer and punish all the heathen that come up against us. As we speak thy word, cause to be known by all, as if the angels of the planet, cause to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world, cause them to shake at thy coming. Name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
All right, bless the Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushai. Barakanawa. Shalom. Wabayat. Saparia. Barak. Rapa. Magan.
Command General Yahanna.
Command General Yahanna.
Generals.
Generals.
Captains.
Captains.
Officers.
Troopers. Sisters. Children.
Destroy the Israel.
Destroy the Israel.
Brothers and sisters fight to come in.
Brothers and sisters fight to come to the truth.
Brothers and sisters in the truth.
Brothers and sisters in the truth.
I.S.U.P.K worldwide and the family.
I.S.U.P.K worldwide and the family.
I.S.U.P.K trying to be one their family.
I.S.U.P.K trying to be one their family.
I.T.S.H.A.
That's the part. The part. Tamar.
Command General
Command General.
All generals.
All the generals.
Tashika and Kayla.
Tashika and Kayla.
Kwasi and Kobe.
Kwasi and Kobe.
All the brothers and sisters fight to come to the truth.
All the brothers and sisters fight to come to the truth.
All the brothers and sisters in the truth.
All the brothers and sisters in the truth.
Command General Yahanna.
Command General. Generals.
Captains.
Officers. Troopers. Sisters. Children. Destroy the Israel. Yakar. Matza. Radaf. Daniel. Cameron. Natasha. Naiman. Command General Yahanna. No, slack it.
My God, slack it. Command General.
Command General. Generals. Captains. Officers. Troopers. Sisters. Students. Brothers and sisters fight to come to the truth.
I must say upon all the destroyed of
I put upon all the destroyed of Israel.
I must say upon all the sick and the sick of Israel.
I put upon all the sick and destroyed of Israel.
I must say upon all our families.
I put upon all our families. Command General. Generals. Captains. Officers. Troopers. Sisters. Students. All the destroyed of Israel. All those fight to come to the truth.
Command General Yahanna.
Command General. Generals. Captains. Officers. Troopers. Students. Sisters. Shamka. Kaya. Yapa. Hara.
Brothers and sisters fight to come to the truth.
Brothers and sisters fight to come to the truth.
Brothers and sisters in the truth.
Brothers and sisters in the truth.
Children and babies in the I.S.U.P.K.
Children and babies in the I.S.U.P.K.
Transfer family.
Wrong family.
Makoya family.
Makoya family.
Zion.
Westian. Daniela. Jamelia.
All Israel in the I.S.U.P.K.
All Israel in the I.S.U.P.K.
All Israel fighting to come into the I.S.U.P.K.
All Israel fight to come to the I.S.U.P.K.
Have mercy on the brothers and sisters.
Have mercy on brothers and sisters.
The Bawa.
Alicia.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Teresa. Joyce.
Natwell.
Angela.
Bashim Yoshai. What am
In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Name of Yahweh.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel. And the school.
Bless.
Heal. Shield.
Protect our love.
Protect our love.
Name of Yahweh.
Name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
I? Alright, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teachers. Oh, my God, sit up. Alright. We're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Arak. Jajimata, sir. Can you give this sisters on 9 courtesy salute? I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Arak.
Yahweh Shemad Zamba Shem Yoshai.
Jajimata, dismiss.